fear is real.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to get rid of for a lot of people, right? And I assume that the people who are at the level that you're describing maybe are not immune to it, but deal with it differently.
No, I don't think fear is a problem. I think what matters is what you're afraid of. That's the problem. See, if you're afraid of not becoming a success, that's a problem. If you're afraid of not learning the truth, that's not a problem. That's a very good problem to have. Because whatever you're afraid of, that's what you're going to make sure doesn't happen. So if you're afraid of losing, and if you're afraid of not becoming a success, then you'll go down the path of hard work and struggle. If you're afraid of not learning the absolute truth, and that's what you're truly afraid of, that how good you could have been, then you'll go down the path of mastery. So the nature of your fear has consequences.
So do you measure progress? How do you measure progress? Or do you?
No, I don't measure progress. I just measure did you get to where you want to go or not?
Well, in business, if we've got these super ambitious goals, we may not ever get there, but we get closer. Is that thumbs up or thumbs down?
I don't think it's about the goal. I don't think it's about the goal. I think it's who you believe yourself to be and what you believe your destiny is, what you believe to be your birthright, who you feel that you were put on this earth to be. I don't think it's about goals. See, you have talk of goals when you have all these committees, because committees are drivel. Whenever you have more than one person in any situation, it's going to be drivel. That's why last time when you were asking me about boards and stuff, they don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know anything. They don't. They may know what they want, but there isn't a single group in the world that has wisdom. Even if you go to a Buddhist monastery, that group doesn't have wisdom. There might be one guy, and it probably isn't even the head guy, who has wisdom. Groups are a dumbing down phenomenon. Groups are a regression to the mean phenomenon. There's no effectiveness. Well, I mean, the only effectiveness coming out of a group is, if you want to lift a big heavy log or a tree or something, there's power in numbers in that sense of muscle power. That's fine. Whereas one person couldn't do it alone. That I understand. That's fine. But anything that's on any sort of intellectual level or anything that's non-mechanical, groups will always be filled with mediocre people.
But you can't.
Because if there's one brilliant person in that group, he will be eaten alive by the mediocre.